Yo guys, so Nuphy sent us their latest keyboard called Kick75 Low-Profile Keyboard. They also provided the wrist rest and high-profile accessory box, which I believe is sold separately. As per usual guys, we'll check its physical overview, tear it down to check its build, test its features, and more. We'll tell you everything you need to know coming up. Hey, what's up guys, this is Mac and we do a lot of tech related videos like this one. If this is your first time, consider subscribing. With that said, let's begin. So what do we get inside the box of the Nuphy Kick75 Low-Profile Keyboard? Obviously the keyboard itself, the keycap and key switch puller, USB-A to USB-C cable around 5 feet, the 2.4 GHz dongle, extra keycaps for Windows users, some documentations and stickers. As for the wrist rest box, we have this comfy wrist rest. And for the high profile accessory box, we have the transparent top cover, sound absorbing foam or some called it plate foam, PE foam, volume knob round version, star screwdriver, and the installation guide. Now first, we'll check out its external physical overview. So the build is made of durable plastic featuring a unique retro style with transparent top cover which almost showcases the internal components. The sides are rounded with subtle green accents on each end. On the right side, there is a removable magnetic piece that shows 75%, which I believe represents the keyboard size. Underneath it, there is a color indicator that lights up, with each color conveying a different meaning. You can check this out for more information. And about its size, here are the exact dimensions. Just pause the video if you want to take a closer look. On the back, you'll find a toggle switch for selecting between Mac or Windows as well as off, wired or wireless modes. There is also a magnetic compartment for storing the 2.4 GHz dongle and the USB-C input is over here. At the bottom, the classic Odyssey image is prominently displayed with the Kick75 logo in the center. There are also rubber feet and a keyboard riser for added stability. Now here's the keyboard layout. At the top, you'll find the function keys, the delete key, and the volume knob with distinguishable clicks in each turn and also rotates endlessly. You can also press the knob to mute the volume. And in the high profile accessory box, you'll find this round piece that can be attached at the top of the existing volume knob, which is a nice touch. Below that, there are some navigation keys, and the main keys features a sleek, low profile design that looks great. For the keycaps, we have double shot PBT with a sleek looking font and the texture finish does not absorb much fingerprints. While the switches are Gateron Nano switches with 5-pin connectors. Additionally, the PCB design is south facing. Next, we're going to tear this down to get a closer look on how the keyboard is built internally. So, let's go! So this is what it looks like when you open the keyboard. Of course, you'll need to disconnect the necessary cables in order for you to remove the PCB. Let's put this aside and let's start with the bottom part first. Now the back cover has a built-in rubber pad and it fits accordingly. Here you'll find the switch connector and its cables, while on the opposite side is the USB-C connector. The battery is located at the top middle part, so feel free to pause the video if you'd like to take a closer look at the details. Now here's the PCB, which is covered with several layers of foam. This comes right after the rubber pad that we mentioned earlier. The next layer appears to be sticking on the back of the PCB, so we're not going to be removing that. After that is the PCB itself, followed by another thin layer of foam, and finally the plastic plate that supports the PCB. So this is what the stabilizers looks like from the front. And here is how they appear from the back. Well, I guess that's all for its internal physical overview. Now let's check out its features. This keyboard features a low-profile design with a 3.4mm travel distance and an all-POM build. It actually sounds good too, so let's listen to the typing sound test. So this keyboard is also customizable, allowing it to convert into a standard size keyboard. You can use a 5-pin switch like this one with a regular size keycaps, as long as you have the high-profile accessory kit, since you need to swap the top cover and some of the internal foams. It also features a smart knob for seamless controls, and it comes with a separate PCB that is connected to the top cover. But I'm not sure if this will work with the drivers. Speaking of drivers / software, this keyboard is fully programmable, and it is compatible with QMK, VIA, and Nuphy IO, which we'll be exploring along with their functions later. So say goodbye to local software installations. Everything is accessible online, so there's no need to install anything locally. These drivers seamlessly work on Windows, Mac, and Linux without any issues. Additionally, this keyboard offers triple mode connectivity, allowing it to use wired or wireless via 2.4 GHz dongle with 1000 Hz or Bluetooth with 125 Hz polling rate, and it is a gasket mounted. It also features a 4000 mAh battery with customizable RGB lighting, including an extra lighting strip on the side that indicates the battery level and several different modes. Of course, if you want to make the RGB sync with it, that is also possible. Most components of the Kick75 are open source, with official 3D printing files available. You can build your own LEGO-inspired accessories or experiment with custom keycaps if you wanted. Since we are in the retro theme, I'm going to try this Mario keycap set to see how the high-profile design turns out. So keep watching if you want to see that. I guess that's all for its features, but if you want to see more detailed specifications, then you can check this out and pause the video. Now let's check out the available software / driver, shall we? Okay, so discussing QMK, or what also known as Quantum Mechanical Keyboard, could take an entire video. So we'll skip this for now and go with a simpler driver. I have the QMK and VIA version, so Nuphy IO won't work with this keyboard, so we can't test that driver in this video. So for now, we'll stick with VIA, which is a straightforward and user-friendly driver for this keyboard. So open up your browser and visit this link. Simply click Authorize Device and select your keyboard to connect. And if for some reason it doesn't, click Design and load the Nuphy Kick75 JSON file to make it work. You can download this file in this link. I also placed this link in the description, so just check that out. The VIA driver is pretty straightforward. There are 7 sections, but for now we'll focus on the most important ones that will help us remap the keys and adjust the keyboard settings. One key features is the layers. You have 7 programmable layers to assign different functions and switch between them as needed. In the layout section, you can select a key and choose from a variety of options from the basic, media, macro, layers, special, lighting, and custom to replace it with. Simply program the key according to your preferences and you are good to go. Once you have programmed the keys and settings, they are saved directly to the keyboard. This means you don't need to keep the driver running on your desktop. In this way, you don't have to reprogram them if you're going to use the keyboard with another PC. Not only that, but you can save your settings locally and easily share them with your friends who have the same Kick75 Low-Profile Keyboard. This is how all keyboard drivers should be. I guess that's all for its drivers and software. Now let's do some latency tests. Now, while we talk about the conclusion, I'll try to convert this low-profile keyboard into a standard one using the high-profile accessory kit with the Mario keycap set and Autemo MX Black switches. So, let's go! There are a couple of things I encountered that could use some attention. First off, disassembling the keyboard causes the 2.4 GHz dongle to stop working. It's understandable that this happens when you take things apart, but Nuphy could definitely make a guide in their manual on how to fix this issue. This is just to make things easier for the users. For now, let me help you how to fix that problem. So ensure that the keyboard is in wireless mode. Press the function key +4 to enable the 2.4 GHz channel. When it starts blinking slowly, long press function key +4 to enter the pairing mode. And when you see the lighting starts blinking very fast, start to plug the 2.4 GHz receiver in your PC. And that's it. So another small issue I've encountered is with the volume knob. It doesn't have a configuration support in VIA, which is a bit disappointing for those who want full customization over every aspect of their keyboard. Perhaps a firmware update will fix this, so hopefully Nuphy will update this in the future. Well, other than this two, everything else is awesome. Despite of the minor issues, there are plenty of things that I love about the keyboard. The 75 layout is fantastic, especially the rounded edges and retro design. It fits perfectly to any white theme build and adds a nice touch of style to your setup. Another awesome feature is its versatility. This keyboard is fully customizable, allowing you to switch between low profile or standard size depending on your preference. And it's a great way to adapt this keyboard to your needs. The long battery life is a major plus, especially for wireless use. You don't have to worry about charging it frequently. Compatibility is spot on. Well, it's supporting Windows, Mac, and Linux with no problem. Lastly, I have to mention the sound of the low-profile switches. Typing on this keyboard feels so smooth with each key press having that buttery feel that makes it a joy to type on for long periods. So the recommendation here is very obvious. It is a big yes for me. And you should get one for yourself too, so check out the links in the description below for more info. But if you think this is not for you, then check out the other keyboard reviews we have on your screen. So that's it guys, this is Mac, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.